Hello, it is Potato Sarah at your service today. As you guys can tell by the title, today we're going to try to adhere to Chinese beauty standards because I am a 中国人. And then there's this weird patch of sunlight right here. Yeah. I am Edward Cullen. I am like a 13-year-old teen at heart. I know that your mom Ashley and Not Angel both have lovely videos on this. I will link it down below. But today's video is going to be by Not Your Mom, Sarah. I'm so bad at jokes. And we're just gonna try to adhere to Chinese beauty standards. I have not seen a video on the interwebs of anyone trying to adhere to Chinese beauty standards yet, and I thought maybe let's just put in some little flavor.
Add a little bit of spice.
And if you guys don't know, I am Chinese. I am full Chinese, or 70% according to my ancestry result. The standards that I list in this video are not going to be all inclusive. Like, this doesn't represent all Chinese people. Just so I could feel a little more informed about this topic, I watched a 40-minute interview of these two ladies discussing Chinese beauty standards in Chinese, and I feel like I am much more educated now in that realm. Today is just a lot of hand action with this one particular shining bright hand. Shiny, I don't, okay. I'll also link that video down below if you guys are interested. It was pretty long, but a lot of the things they mentioned in that video I know from growing up. And I also took some notes on this, and if there's anything that 4 years of higher education has taught me, it is not how to take notes. So I only have like a page and a half of random gibberish. So one of the biggest beauty standards, I think, in a lot of Asian cultures in general is just pale skin. Literally at every single family reunion or family gathering, I would just be called tan or dark or some variation of that by my relatives. This is the palest BB cream that I have. I'm just gonna layer it on first. I think it's a little off in terms of the shade, but why is it not coming out? I'm gonna try using the sample foundation on top of that just to make my skin look a little bit more pale. I'm just gonna use the very lightest shade, which is Ivory. So this is extremely light. I think if I mix it together, it's gonna look okay. I think there's multiple reasons why pale skin is admired in China. One of them being it's like a class distinction. So if you have darker skin, it probably means that you work. Oh my god, this is so... Okay, I'm gonna add some of my other BB cream in. I'm screaming. We are off to a terrible start. Okay, I think I'm doing something wrong. I think because I usually use BB cream, it's not as opaque, which is why I didn't expect this to be so freaking white. This is very poor decision making on my part. So let's try to start over. Why will this not come off? Oh my Christ. How much foundation did I put on? Okay, let's try this again. I'm gonna put on my BB cream first. As I was saying, I think lighter skin just signified that you didn't have to do labor or work, you know, in the fields. I think that's one of the reasons why people wanted lighter skin, just so that you could show off your privilege or your wealth. And then the other reason is I think Western culture influences Chinese culture a lot. There's a lot of idolization of Western people or Western culture, and I think pale skin is one of those. So now that I look like a bagel, I don't know what I look like. I'm gonna just highlight my face with the lighter foundation from earlier. Okay. This is so freaking light. As you guys can probably already tell, I'm not great at makeup. I think the only thing I really do usually is eye makeup, and so I don't know how to contour or highlight or anything. I can't tell. I don't look that pale on camera. I look tremendously pale in person though. Also, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you guys that Casper the Ghost is now hosting this episode. On top of that, not only do you have to be pale and not have, you know, imperfections, you're considered beautiful if your face is small. So there's this like palm test that I learned from the video. Apparently if you can fit your face into your palm, that means you're beautiful, but my face literally only covers my forehead and my eyes, or my chin and my just, yeah, I have a big face. And I'm just gonna try this right now, which I have never done before. I'm gonna try contouring. There's this whole idea of a V-shaped face. I have more of an egg-shaped face, so this isn't like a V. I have a V-shaped face when I smile, like aggressively like this, but that's like, I don't even know if that's a V. That's just like a little poorly designed skate slope. I do not have contour powder or contour sticks, so I'm just gonna try to take some of my eyebrow powder. This is ridiculous. So you know how in American beauty standards you contour like the cheekbones and everything? Apparently having cheekbones means that you're not gonna get a husband. There's this whole thing with like face reading where someone can look at your face and tell you your entire life ahead of you and like fortune tell. It's like face fortune telling. But that's why I'm not gonna contour here, which thankfully I don't have to do now because I don't know how to do that. Also, sorry, correction. Apparently if you have higher cheekbones, it means that it will be harder to find a husband, not that you cannot find a husband. I'm gonna move on to the eye makeup next, which is pretty different from American makeup. I guess I didn't research enough into this, but I think it's somewhat similar to Korean makeup and just lighter and more youthful looking. Sometimes Western makeup tends to look a bit heavier or darker or like more sultry and seductive. Pink or like rosier, warmer colors is pretty popular in China. So I'm gonna take my knockoff palette, knockoff of Smashbox? No, it's like that, what's that brand?
It's the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette, you dumbass.
Again, I'm not a makeup guru. This was $4 from Primark when I studied abroad. All of my makeup is super old. I think that's why my skin is just falling apart. But yeah, I'm gonna just take one of the pink rosier shades. I also think, oh my god, that is so bright. I think the color I picked is a little bit too dark. I have cousins in China and their makeup is always just pink toned and glittery. In Chinese culture, big eyes, especially double eyelids, is such a thing. People will use eyelid tape or get surgery just to get double eyelids, which is so scary because they cut off like the eyelid fat and then re-sew it back together, and then that stitching forms into your crease and it's just really gross. It's so weird because the concept of double eyelids doesn't even exist in Western culture. But there's another beauty standard in Chinese culture about like the length of your eye shadow. Not like makeup eyeshadow, but just this line that forms. Sometimes the eye will have this shadow that extends, and the longer that is, the prettier it is. So I did this unconsciously when I was in college my first 2 years, but I would basically try to mimic that shadow because I don't have any shadow down here. I would just basically darken this area underneath my eyes, and this eyeliner sucks. So I'm just gonna do that on the other side too. And I'm going to add some fake. The next thing I kind of wanted to do or try was to contour my nose. I also want the nose bridge to be high. I have a pretty low nose bridge, which makes wearing glasses kind of annoying, but actually, is this high or low? This is where my nose bridge is. Can someone tell me if that's high or low? But before that, I'm going to do a little bit of mascara. Okay, for the nose, I'm just going to use my eyebrow powder again and try to just contour it like that. I don't know what I'm doing. My nose is very bulbous. It kind of looks like a garlic, and when I was a kid, my mom's friend said that if you have a garlic nose, like a little bulbous nose at the bottom, that means you're gonna be wealthy when you grow up. So let's pray that that happens. I don't know how to contour, so this does look a little bit dark. I wonder if I'm doing this correctly. Okay, wait, I see a difference. I don't know if it looks weird though. It does kind of look weird. The next item is the lips, and I'm just gonna go in with this Karingo lip stick. Big lips aren't that desirable. This is so red. Also, thin lips aren't desirable. I think like a nicely sized lip is what they like in Chinese culture. The ideal is apparently equivalent to like cherry lips, so like a small delicate little plump lip. I tried to do that fade thing, but it's not working. Also, I think in Chinese culture, the bigger your mouth, the bigger mouth you have, as in like you can't keep in secrets and you just like gossip a lot. Also, another thing from that interview that I heard, the bigger your mouth, apparently the more you eat, which causes you to bring lack of wealth to your family because you eat a lot and that costs a lot. And so the bigger your mouth, the poorer you make your family. I have never heard anything like that. The next thing is eyebrows, which I hope is easier to do compared to everything else. I usually like to arch my eyebrows a little bit. There's like a natural arch in my eyebrows, and also it looks like a squiggly line on this side because this is from a childhood injury that will never heal, and I don't have hair there. Okay, I think that's kind of cute. I usually don't do makeup videos, but this is so therapeutic for some reason. All right, they're two different shapes right now. Why do I look scary? Oh, okay, one more thing. Blush. I'm going in with my blush, and that is a lot of blush. And I feel like my face is so colorful today. Also very red for some reason. I think I might have put too much blush on. I'm gonna put on some contact lenses because that's also a big thing in China. I look like I cried through an entire K-drama series. These contact lenses would not go in, and now my eyes are so freaking red. This is how I look. Let me just change my shirt because I feel like this isn't like Chinese beauty standards, so I will be back. I also don't know if this shirt is Chinese beauty standards, but I feel like it's better. It's closer to what we want to get. And then the last thing, I kind of wanted to put on a wig because my hair is clearly not up to par. Is this Chinese beauty standards? I think green was the wrong color to pick to put in my eyes. Why do I feel like I look more white than I was going for? Delivery guy just walked by. You can also still see my braid down here, but I'm too lazy to tie up my hair in a hairnet. Okay, I think this hair is making me look more white than Chinese, so I'm just gonna take it off. Maybe I can just like Photoshop some fake hair onto my face. In terms of the makeup look though, yeah, I think we got somewhere. Also, there's this other thing that is popular in China, which is called Meitu. It's crazy. That app is satanic. You can literally morph your body into whatever you want. If you've ever seen like before and after shots of people who use Meitu, it's kind of crazy. Anyways, I'm not gonna do that today. That would be a whole separate video. Let me know what you guys think of this look. I kind of like it. That's pretty much it for today's video. I will go take out my contact lenses now because my eyes are burning. And if you guys like this video, if you guys like my face, please like and subscribe. And if you don't like my face, please also like and subscribe. I will catch you guys next time. Peace. That was kind of delayed. Peace.